Alright, what's up guys? I'm William Trostel.
I'm Chris Romanello.
And today we're here in my studio. We're basically just going to answer a couple questions for you guys. It's photo and video related as well as business related. Just general questions about what we've been doing and things that have been going on with us during quarantine. So with that being said, let's get started. Alright, so first question I have for Chris, this is from myself. This is, how are you staying artistically active during quarantine?
Well, I've been trying to stay in as much as possible, but with that being said, I have gone out and taken some pictures and worked with one or two individuals one-on-one with some vehicle photography, some cars and motorcycles.
Pictures of what? What have you been taking photos of?
Cars, motorcycles. I've mainly just been writing and drawing though from the house to just try to stay artistically inclined and not let my inspiration get too low. But yeah, that's pretty much been what I've been up to. All right, what's your next photo/video project?
All right, so my next paid project is actually an engagement shoot. I believe that's somewhere in Maryland. It's just a quick little shoot. I think they're getting married within the next couple weeks, so they wanted to bang these out. Unfortunately, with spring weather, it's kind of been a little hectic trying to get things planned, because every time we plan something it ends up raining. So that's from a financial standpoint. From my own personal projects, I've just been trying to stay active during all this, mainly with YouTube. So my own little project as far as what's happening next is this Q&A. That's what I'm going to be doing for a little bit, trying to edit this and continue editing YouTube videos. So yeah, that's the next two projects I have going on. Damn, this is gonna get deep, dude. This might take you 2 minutes. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Where do you want to be business-wise in 10 years?
That's a fat question.
Where do you want to be business-wise in 10 years?
Business-wise in 10 years? Well, 10 years, I'd like to see myself doing direct work for brands. 10 years, that'd be cool. Have some established companies that proprietarily use me for their video work, photography work. That'd be the ideal situation to be in. I wouldn't want to stop doing independent stuff or things for myself, but as far as a business move, that would totally be, I think that's totally reasonable.
What about studio work?
Studio work? I don't know, it's not really too much of what I'm interested in, I guess. But
so you're trying to do on location?
Yeah, pretty much. Field work is what I'm mainly passionate about. Not that I wouldn't do studio work or can't see myself flexing big time on studio work, but mainly field work is what I'm passionate about.
Okay. Alright, so this one is a bit more of a joke, but I thought it was creative enough that I need to answer this. But D. Geisman on Instagram asked, if I have a short neck, what angles can you get me at to make it look like I have a neck? So basically, if you are trying to accomplish that, probably use a fisheye. I feel like that would distort somebody's neck enough to, and get low. Hit that angle from low and use a fisheye.
Get the bottom of the chin going.
Yeah.
Lighting.
Yeah, lighting will help too. I don't know, buddy. Take those three those 3 tips into account, I mean,
I don't know what your neck looks like.
yeah, if your neck is as dominant of an issue as you make it seem, like, I'd consider those 3 things.
And you can also hire a body double.
You're the fucking regular. All right, I'll give you one. I'll give you a question. Next camera body. What would be your preferred next camera body?
Next camera body. I've been looking at the Blackmagic pocket cinema camera, like pretty heavily over the last month or 2. The last time we went shooting in Lancaster, we were talking about this a little bit, but I feel like if I was going to get another camera body, that's probably what I would get.
How much?
It's like $2,500.
What's the specs?
Sure. Well, there's 2 different bodies. There's a 4K and a 6K, and the 6K shoots 4K at 120. Now, I think that's more than $2,500, the 6K version. I don't actually know how much it is, but
The thing with 6K is, like, a lot of people, like, some people just don't even, like, they don't have monitors to handle that.
yeah.
I feel like if you're getting 6K, you need to, like, that needs to be, like...
I mean, there's definitely a lot of supportive equipment that goes with it, but, I mean, to have that capability,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's very interesting for me. That or, like, I mean, I don't know, anything that can really shoot 4K at 120 is interesting to me. I don't know.
Right.
But I feel like as far as like what I could potentially afford to own and not have to like put myself financially in a like debt situation, that Blackmagic is probably like the option.
Yeah, $2,500 for something like that that's not going to break you at all.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like I go on eBay and look for like used bodies all the time. Like sometimes there's some affordable red bodies that pop up that get me excited, but at the end of the day, like you're gonna spend another like $5,000 to $10,000 to get it operational. You know,
Right.
So it's not something feasible for me at the moment, but not that. I mean, it's not justifiable.
All right, so related to that, if somebody came to you and asked you that they were trying to start out taking video, what would be your recommendation?
I would tell them to just use their phone and tell a story and see how it goes. I mean, you can make a video on a phone.
You can shoot 4K on an iPhone, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even think a lot of people know that.
You can shoot 4K.
You can shoot
60.
4K on an iPhone.
Yeah.
Remember that.
I mean, play with stuff. Yeah, I mean, get a story, an idea that you want to tell, and like storyboard it out. Even if you don't do that, get your camera, start recording, get things together, get people together. You know, maybe not right now, but just do it. That's the best advice I can give. Like, you have a phone in your pocket that has a camera that you can record video with. Like, most people have that. Like, take it out of your pocket, turn it on, start to tell a story. Like, you will learn everything throughout the process. If you want to edit that video, I mean, there's tons of tutorials and other things that you can come across in the process, or just figuring things out on your own, like using stuff that's even built in. Like, if you have an iPhone, it has iMovie built into it.
Right.
You know, so just get out there, get an idea, tell a story, shoot. Like, just go do it. You know, if you love it, you'll love the process, and you'll love the finished product. You know, whatever that might be, but you'll know.
Yeah, I mean, on that topic, another thing to consider that's very cheap, or inexpensive rather, that can be very fun is get a drone. We both have them too. Like, I mean, go get a Mavic Mini or go get a Spark.
Yeah.
It's literally, I mean, like a Spark's camera is essentially taking an iPhone and putting it on a drone.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like it's similar specs. I mean, you can get a Spark for like, what, like maybe $300 used or something like that.
You can get the base package Mavic Mini for $400.
Yeah, same. But yeah, like that's something that if maybe using an iPhone is boring, that's something that can give you like a new level. I mean, like you can I mean, I've seen some people that they like YouTube's a great example. Like you can literally have the shittiest footage, like as far as like angles and just how like your game plan beforehand. Like you could have just went out randomly and just went to a beach and recorded different stuff, but just because of the fact alone that it's aerial, that just makes people interested in it, because it's something that, like, I mean, you can't, unless you're flying in a helicopter, you don't have those views.
It's not a natural perspective, so people enjoy consuming it.
Yeah, I mean, getting a drone and doing aerial photography or videography is one way to definitely spice things up a bit at a cheap price, but, you know, give you something new to work with, I would say.
I agree. What's your favorite subject matter to shoot?
It depends what it is. If it's photo, it's definitely portraits. I mean, there's so much stuff you can do, especially if you have the ability to work in studio with lighting. I mean, there's so many lighting setups, and especially if you're using gels, like colored gels, or if you're using natural window light or artificial light, just, I mean, lenses. I mean, there's so many different things you could do, but specifically fine art portraits, I mean, I just like going into stuff, just thinking like what lights and what props can I use to make things aesthetically pleasing. When it comes to video, I mean, I just like to go out and just shoot what I see. I mean, I don't really tend to, like, you know, plan things out beforehand, which I know, like, that, you know, that's how you are. You like to be more precise, but I almost like to do things like almost like vlogger style.
Like running gun.
Yeah, just running gun. That's the way I prefer to always do it. I will flip that question on you.
I think my favorite thing to shoot still photography of is probably like architecture or product photography. I shoot a lot of, I have like a pretty extensive like pocket knife collection, but I shoot a lot of photos of pocket knives, just like product style photography, and I don't know, I get a lot of enjoyment out of that. As far as like video goes, I really like shooting videos of vehicles, but my favorite thing to do is like tell stories, independent films, like short films, that kind of thing. I'd say that's probably like my favorite subject matter to film. What's your favorite lens for portrait photography?
I currently have this one. This is in my camera bag. It's literally everywhere I go, but a 70 to 200, 2.8 specifically. Mine is a Nikon version. I mean, if you shoot photo and you've been around the game long enough, you've probably heard of this lens 10 million times, because it's just a crafty vet. But pretty much between like the great focal length, 70 to 200, that's a pretty broad range. And then especially if you're shooting portraits, I mean, the compression and then the blur is a result of the compression. I mean, it's just beautiful. So if I'm shooting portraits, which that's normally what I'm shooting these days, that's my preferred lens. Obviously, you know, that might vary depending on what it is or what it is I'm shooting, but
Sure.
Go ahead, answer that.
Well, I don't really shoot portraits, but my favorite lens
For video.
right now is probably a 35 millimeter prime. I have a 1.5 that I've really been liking a lot. The specific one I have has like a really predominant chromatic abrasion. It gives a really like cool effect to the shot, and I've been using it a lot.
Alright, so we're gonna wrap this up. Let us know what you've been doing to keep busy during quarantine. Let us know your responses to any of the questions that we answered, or any further questions that maybe you'd like to see us answer in the future. Also, please like and subscribe. Anything else?
Yeah, submit more questions. We'd love to answer them.
Wait.